Hey, what's up, guys? Team More Life, Captain Alberto Zertuche here. All right, so I went fishing last night, and it turned out to be a very interesting night. I came to the shop and packed all my gear so I can go record and stuff like that. And well, somehow, some way, I got to the pier, started pulling everything out so that way I can, make a delivery, because I also had a small delivery, for them, and get my recording gear and record my fishing. And I look for the bag, and it's not in the truck.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta learn. I'ma call the whole team.
I was like, all right, well, I got my cell phone. I can still record and then just transfer it over to my other devices, when I need to make the video and stuff like that. So I get to the end of the pier, I start setting up, and and also too, to protect the parties involved, I am changing the names, and I'm gonna go with Carl just because all the memes you hear of Carl. So I'm gonna go with Carl. Was out there and he was fishing, and he already told me that he had already caught a fish, and I was like, all right, cool. And he told me about somebody else's big drum. Sweet. I said, all right. Well, it could be the night that they go off the chain, So, I put the kids to bed, and then I take off over there, and like I said, I forgot my gear and stuff like that, but I showed up with my tackle box and my rod, so I'm good. Get to the end, and I look over, and I see a stringer with one fish, and I was like, oh, okay. So, and I didn't stop to think, what was going on, and, he was talking about, well, I caught another one, but he never said I put it on the stringer. So I see one stringer over here, and then I walk to the end of the area we were fishing on the pier, and I walk to the end and I see another stringer sitting over here, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, cool. I said, man, those are some nice drum. They're like, yeah, he just caught the second one and this and that, and it still did not dawn on me. Mind you, I'm tired. It's the end of the workday, and so I'm going over there, and I start rigging up, and I said, well, maybe I brought y'all the luck, because they had just caught the second drum. And so we started laughing, and I cast out the first rod, and it was a beast of a cast. It got way out there, and so put it in the holder like that. I pull out my second rod and I start rigging it up. Rod starts ducking down. I was like, all right, cool. I get on it, and they're like, really? You just get here and it's like that? And my buddy Carl's like, yeah, man. He casts a little further than the rest of us, so he may get into where the fish are at. So I pull it in, and it's it's a good 20-inch drum. Yeah, maybe 18 to 20. So I'm looking at my drum. I'm looking at the two drum of the stringer, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to go and, toss it back, because I want bigger, I want those sizes. And if you start putting them on the stringer right there, you're not supposed to be culling them out, meaning switching them out. Now, if you have them in a live bait well, to where you don't put them on a stringer and stuff like that, that may work, because they can swim away without being unharmed and stuff like that. But that was something I'm going to have to double check on you. Once you put on the stringer, it's technically your fish. So I pull it in, I throw it in, and I go to cast back out. So I get that rod out, cast it out again, and I pick up the second rod that I'm still trying to rig up. I just, got the fish bites on the leader. I just put on the weight, and I look over, and they're calling me again. They're like, hey, your rod again. So I pull it in, and it's a smaller drum this time. I was like, no, that's not the direction I want to go. I want to go the opposite way. I want to get bigger. So I, immediately throw it back. And my buddy Carl's like, hey, bro. He's like, you're throwing all these drum back. I said, yeah, I'm being a little picky. I want bigger drum. And so we were all, joking about it and this and that. So, I finally get all three rods out, and it kind of, settles down, I'm sitting there on the bench, and there's two guys over here and the other two guys over here. And I could hear my buddy talking to his buddy saying, hey, I already got two drum on the stringer. You need to come out, or, just talking about the stringer. And so the guy's like, well, send me a picture. And literally before that happened, I was thinking to myself, I said, maybe I should touch that stringer so I don't give it ojo. And I had just made the comment 30 seconds prior to him saying that. And he goes, all right, hold on. And he gets up and he goes to where his stringer's at. And he's like, dude, where's my stringer? We all look over. There's three of us sitting right there, side by side on this bench. And we look over dude, where'd it go? So we start looking around the pier underneath and stuff like that. And I finally see it off in the distance. I was like, it's way over there. So I crank in one of my reels, I get it in, and I started lobbing for it, you know, and stuff like that. And then finally I was like, dude, get a surf weight out of my box. So he comes with the surf weight, I throw it out, and I hook it up. I start pulling it in. We see the first drum get off. And we're beating it up, and right when we're getting our hands on the leader, the other end of the stringer falls off the hook, and the other drum swims over right there. He's like, oh, man. He goes, I'm kind of mad, but at the same time, at least I got my $30 stringer back, or $26 or something like that. You know, at least I got that. I'm fine. He's like, the fish I can replace. He's like, I'm just paying it forward to the guy, you know, the fish guys and stuff like that. I'm sitting there, and you know, we go back and sit down. I was like, bro, I literally had just, you know, made that comment that I better touch that stringer, you know, and I go, I didn't want to touch, though, because I didn't know it was his. Like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, and, you know, you know, we're sitting there laughing about me not doing that, but, you know, feeling bad because he had just lost 2 fish and stuff like that. And I mean, they were nice drum. They were high 25s, 28-inch, the range, you know, and 3 more and he would have had his limit, and now he's back to 0. And so, you know, we're, you know, taking jabs at him and stuff like that. I say, hey, dude, I'm going to fish for him real quick. I'll catch you back. And I just dropped the line right near the pier. And it was bad. It was funny. You know, everybody was having a good time. And then finally I cooked a drum, and I was like, here you go, bro. I said, this is for one of the 2 that, and I kept trying to get a second one so I can give him a second drum, you know, and stuff like that. But it was just, you know, it was one of them things that you kind of had to be there, and I wish I had my recording gear to record this, but I wasn't able to, you know. But I felt it would be a good storytelling Thursday event right there, and actually I was kind of joking about it, you know, with the guys on the pier, and one of the guys was like, dude, that would be good because you haven't done one in a while. So that's what it is. And also, too, while I was out there last night, I casted out 2 reels. I had 3 of them there, and I papered them. And I was, you know, basically marking where I'd been casting just to get a kind of a distance of what I was actually doing. So, and granted, it wasn't my farthest cast, but it was a very good cast. So it was the second one. So here in a bit, I'm actually going to put those reels on the spooling machine, download them, and see how far I was actually casting on those reels. And what I did was I waited, you know, as soon as it landed, I stopped the spool, and I took up the slack to where the weight was actually, you know, in the ground or something like that. And once I did that, then I would paper it. So stay tuned. I got 2 reels that I did that with. And again, don't forget, this Saturday, our toy drive from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. here at Hard Lights Bait and Tackle, 1902 SPID. And also, too, don't forget, we got the drawing. We have already sold 12 of the $30 tickets. And we have also sold 24 of the $20 tickets. So I gotta go over here, guys. Y'all stay tuned.